$20,000 in a profit. I gave that trade to you guys. Remember, Bitcoin is going higher and I just print more money, breaking into the last highest area. The weekly close extremely bullish with continuation here, really close to the $100,000 mark, $74,000. That's what I'm looking out for, which will give me over $100,000 profit. Something absolutely crazy just happened for Bitcoin in the last couple of hours, and I will show you exactly what we can expect from this. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Once again, you can see I was at the hairdresser finally. I got way too long, and let's directly get here into the DXY today. The DXY is getting further rejected from the 104.5 level, and that is exactly what we want to see here now. We should expect a further continuation once we are breaking here under the 104 point level to the downside, running into the election. Most likely follow through will here happen on the DXY. So in the best case scenario, over the next 7 days, what we could see here is that the dollar rallies back to around 102, 101 points, and then after the election will most likely get a small bounce and then continuation to the downside. That is what I'm looking out for currently. Then yesterday, the CME chart luckily did not print any sort of CME gap. We got a more or less straight continuation here to the upside. Today we are rallying. The weekly close was also extremely bullish with continuation right now here to the upside. And you can see it already on the weekly chart. There is a really specific level that we need to keep a really close eye on right now, because once we're breaking through this, we got continuation basically confirmed now immediately. So, and I'm gonna show you my next higher time frame target here with the Fibonacci extensions, and that is the $89,000 mark here, 1.618. But first we need to break, or at least get a weekly close above the 0.786, $68,650 approximately, plus minus a couple of dollars. If we get a weekly close above that level, continuation is confirmed into the next Fibonacci extension, which is all the way up here, really close to the $100,000 mark. If you're looking for a swing position, by the end of this week, you will have your confirmation if you should enter next week, Monday, into a new swing position, or actually add to your swing position. I'm personally going to add way more to my swing position if we are closing this week, this week's candle above the 0.786. And I'm gonna trade this way beyond $100,000. So I'm more interested here in this target than the target below here. So the 3.618 Fibonacci extension, that is the first target where I'm gonna take like 10-20% off the table on that overall swing position. Now, when we go into a little bit lower time frames here on the daily chart, you see why Bitcoin is right now so bullish, and that's as expected. The golden cross that we were talking about the last couple of days, we are also trading above the $68,400 resistance currently. If we can close today already above that level, that will get us continuation into the $70,000 range. But there is a small problem with that range, and I'm going to show that to you here also in a second. It's not a big one, just a small one that we need to talk about. But overall, with the golden cross, we know we're going to get now continuation at least into the top of the range, into $74,000. So I hope that some of you guys were able to catch that trade setup here over the last 48 hours. If not, it's not too late to enter this right now, but you see Bitcoin is running. I would only enter this until $69,000, and then I would stay away from it for that specific setup here. On the 12-hourly chart, also here, we are now breaking into the last highest area on the VPVR, which is here at $69,500 approximately. Here still a lot more momentum to go to the upside. The stochastic has still room to go higher. The MACD just about to flip bullish here with a buy signal and printing green candles, and the RSI has also just entered again bullish territory here at 60%. So here's still a lot more room to go way higher than we are currently sitting at. Now I want to see, yeah, actually here on this 12-hourly chart, that was where I want to show you that. Look, once we're breaking here, this level, $69,100, $100. That is the last resistance that we are currently facing before we are hitting $70,000. So imagine if we would get a close today above $69,100, that would basically teleport us by tomorrow, after tomorrow, maximum to $70,000, which is amazing. When we go into the 4-hourly chart, also here, remember, I told you when we are bouncing off here the $67,300 level, that was a good indication to enter a trade. I personally entered there the first time and then at $67,700 again. So I'm a massive profit that I'm going to show you here also in a moment. So here, the imminent target is the next Fibonacci extension level. Here on the lower time frame, $74,900 approximately to $76,100. That is where I take on my short-term trade some profits off the table. And also here you see we are in the midst of breaking this massive resistance here. Once we are above that, we should get a nice teleport here into higher prices. And again, if you miss these trades and you need more money to trade, deposit just $100 on Bybit, guys. Use the link in the description below. Sign up with that link. Deposit $100 and claim a free $500 airdrop position on any of these coins, guys. I show you charts here all the time from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Doge, and Phantom, and the others when I see that a good setup. Right now there is not a good setup on the other coins, but I will when I see a good setup there. So take advantage of that because it's so easy, you know, just you deposit $100, you go to the rewards hub, claim the airdrop voucher, use the airdrop voucher, and you keep all the profits, guys. All the profits belong to you. So make use of it while you can, because Bybit is going to take it away here in 50 days. Don't wait until these 50 days are over, because prices will be much higher of everything already. And you could be sitting in a massive position in these 50 days if you open a trade right now. So go into the description and in the pin comment below to open your account on Bybit, guys. Now, when we're looking at the MDX algo gradient, you see we are running hot here right now. We are not in the hottest phase here of the gradient yet, but we're getting there. Most likely when we touch $70,000, we will be in that hottest phase here, and also on the reactor indicator we will get then again here one of these reversal indications, which is a bearish divergence, but only once we're getting up here, in my opinion, potentially even a little bit higher. Who knows how high this hot phase this time is going to take us, because here the last time you see also here from this from here 65 to almost 70, so $5,000 move. So if we take from 67, it could be 73. Yeah, could go all the way up to like $73,000. I'm not saying we are going there immediately. 70 is definitely here in the cards right now, the way that things are shaping up. And we should also not forget that on the 4-hourly chart, this W pattern is here forming currently with a target of $72,000. Here on the liquidation levels, we are now starting soon a small short squeeze to get here into the $70,000 area where we have low leveraged short liquidity that will be taken out. We have below us here at 66,000 to 65,800 some over leveraged long liquidity, but this will not be taken out for quite a while, in my opinion, once we are getting now to $70,000. The worst that I can see is that we come back to 68 once we're in there, and then it's just continuation to the upside, and everybody that got in down here can ride this as long as they want, potentially even until the end of the bull run. And you're going to understand here in a moment why, because when we go here to the weekly chart and we look at the liquidity, actually let's all the way go to a 6-month chart. Look here, the highest area of interest right now and the hottest area of interest to take liquidity is $70,300, and we are so close right now, which makes it highly likely that this is the next imminent target to push prices to. So, and even if we go to the last 24 hours, also here you see here is some concentration at $69,200, and then here into the $70,000 area. Price is way closer here than to the liquidity that's stacked below us. So the imminent reaction should be a short squeeze once we are touching a $69,000 into higher prices before we come anywhere close to below $67,000 or even $68,000 again. Now let's have a look here on ZoomX at my trade. I'm now $20,000 already. Oh, crazy. $20,000 in a profit. I have to raise my stop loss, guys, a little bit, because I want to walk away with some of this money if it turns around. So $15,000 guaranteed no matter what's going to happen. So I made then 20% within a week on this account, which is for me really, really nice. But my target for this one is $74,000. So that's what I'm looking out for, $74,000, which will give me over $100,000 profit if we are reaching that target. Remember, this is a $1 million trade here that I'm currently having. If you want to trade with me together on ZoomX, I gave that trade to you guys. Remember, go back, watch the videos. I gave that trade to you. You could have taken the same trade. Sign up on ZoomX with the link in the description. No KYC, no VPN. And if you deposit $100 and open just one trade for $1, doesn't matter. You know, it can be $1 in, out, close. No problem. You stand a chance to win $500 here twice per week. I'm going to announce tomorrow. No, today is Monday. On Wednesday, the next $500 winner. So make sure that you have an account. You have 2 days, guys. 2 days to stand a chance to make here some money. And you see your Bitcoin is going higher, and I just print more money, which is amazing. Now, when we look at the altcoin market, the crypto total market cap here, the total free, is again the $614 billion mark. That is really important because from there we always get the move here into resistance of $655 billion. And remember what I said the last time, guys, that the next time that we come up here, we are finally going to break that, and that will start the early altcoin season, guys. So don't neglect that. Have an eye on that because we keep printing higher lows here along the way, and that is squeezing the total market cap here into this ascending triangle that will break out here by the latest in the second week of November. But I believe this is going to happen way, way faster because we have here, look at this. We have here something of a small falling wedge. And once this downward sloping trend line is broken, the total market cap will just go and send to the upside, in my opinion. The dominance is raging here to the upside. Bitcoin dominance. Remember, we spoke about this. 60%, 61% should be expected here currently. I'm not surprised that we're going up here. So I'm kind of chill about it. You know, let it go up here to 60.4%. Or even spike here into 61% and then turn around. For me, what's really important here is just that we know that we are turning around there, you know, so that we are not going much higher. And that will be the peak for this bull run, for the dominance. And then it's only a decline to the downside. Now, Ethereum is back into this big support cluster here. Remember what I said, guys, every time when we're in here, good moment to long this to the upside. We have here also an upward sloping support line on the daily chart. And as long as we are keeping to move along that upward sloping trend, nothing is wrong with Ethereum. You see here also the sell pressure that was here on the MACD. Now you see it is really short-lived. The RSI already going to the upside. Stochastic printed a buy signal. So also here I expect continuation. And I also still look out for a candle like this here, like a 10-15% move in one single candle for Ethereum. So trust me, guys, it's going to happen really soon. I just don't know when exactly, but it is going to happen because the Ethereum price was suppressed for such a long time here in this ascending triangle. And the longer you suppress something, the harder will be the breakout later. You know, imagine you have like a spring feather and you squeeze it, that spring coil. And the more you squeeze it, the more kinetic energy is building up. And at one point, when you let it loose, that kinetic energy is expanding and it's, that coil is just jumping away, you know, like crazy. So and the same is going to happen here with Ethereum at any given moment. Solana keeps being super strong here in the market. So we are now back at almost $180. I hope that everybody of you were able to catch that move down here because I predicted it to the T what's going to happen. You know, remember what I said? I said we are coming up here to $180. We'll come back into $166, $163 down here and then go back up and then we go in direction of $200. This is exactly what's happening here right now. You see on the daily chart here on the indicators, they have so much more momentum. The stochastic just about to print a buy signal. The MACD is still flying. The RSI is still going up but flatlining a little bit here because we are at resistance, so which is normal. But once we are breaking above $180, we get imminent continuation into $190. So if you're looking here for a trade setup, next trade that I would be personally taking if you're not in a trade currently. So now I have to go a little bit more to the side and extend everything. So just give me here a second, guys. So this is here the next setup that I would be looking at on Solana, $223. I know that there was in the past a level at $223. So that would be the next logical level for me to look at. That is almost a 24.5 move against a 2.75% stop loss. So definitely a trade we've taken. So here, just wait that we get a 4-hourly close above $180, and then you can enter this specific setup here, because once we're breaking $200, Solana will just keep sending straight into a new all-time high, guys. Link is one of the new setups that I'm currently looking at. Once we're breaking this downward sloping resistance line, Link will also just moon to the upside, more or less imminent. The indicators are setting up for this currently. You see here stochastic turning, stochastic about to print a buy signal, RSI turning around, MACD also potentially with today's daily close printing a lighter red candle, which shows that selling momentum is slowing down. Once we are overcoming here $11.55, I will start building a small position, and it will then add more to it once we are breaking this downward sloping trend line, which is currently a moving target. So if we would break it today, it would be close to $12. But the longer it takes, the lower the target will become. So let's just say here, for argument's sake, $11.50 is where I'm going to enter this. My first target would be $15.27 with a stop loss at the current low of today's candle. So there's a 32% move here to the upside against a 7.2% move to the downside. Definitely worth taking that trade here. So now imagine with 5x leverage, 160% profit here on that trade. And I believe that can also happen quite quickly once we're breaking finally this downward sloping resistance. Then Rune is just sending. I warned you guys, I told you, get in at the EMA ribbon, get in here at $5.22. So if you are in since $5.22, you're already up currently 7% just today. Just today, you are up 7%. So here was a secondary setup at $5.30 that I gave you. Also here, you would be currently up. The indicator still suggests that we are going higher. And the next imminent target is $6. So you can technically still get in and take the other 8% with you. And if you take it to $6.42, even another 16%. But the stop loss, you have to take into consideration that the stop loss should be here. So 6% stop loss for a 15% move to the upside. So it's a little bit better than like 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 2.4, 1 to 2.4 risk to reward ratio, something. It's still okay to take that, but just make your stop loss big enough here that the price has enough room to move, So because I expect here the next 12-hourly candle to push it into $6, but then we definitely get a correction a little bit to the downside before we get then further continuation here into $6.40 and higher. And if you want to trade at a decentralized platform, because you cannot use Bybit, ZoomX, whatever, then I can only recommend you to go here to AlphaX. AlphaX gives you a centralized exchange trade feeling by being decentralized, where you can use just your MetaMask. And also here, if you deposit $100 on AlphaX, you stand a chance to win $500 twice per week. They have not yet enough people sign up this week, guys. I don't know what you're doing. I'm giving away here free money, basically more or less every single day, $500 here, $500 there. I don't know what you're doing, guys. You just need to deposit $100 to get $500. That's all what you have to do. And I am also able to do it here twice per week. So I don't know what you're waiting for. And it's a nice platform actually to trade on directly with your MetaMask Trust wallet, whatever you have. So use the link in the description below to get your account there and try to get to $500, guys. Then Doge is also just flying here from that broadening falling wedge here, or bull pallet, whatever you want to call that. We have broken out now and are seeing continuation to the upside. So here, a good level to enter would be when we break 14 cents 0.7, close to today above that level. That's where I would consider to enter if I would have missed the breakdown here or even here at 13.8 cents. Remember, I told you the other days, guys, I would enter here if it breaks above that level or here at the downward sloping trend line. And now the last point where I would enter this here is 14 cents, 0.7 to trade this into 20 cents or potentially higher than that. So the MACD is just about to print a buy signal. Stochastic RSI still has room to go higher, and also the RSI itself has still room to go higher. We are here at 67%, but we're running hot here, guys. Just want to put it out there. So most likely around 17 cents, we are going to see here some chop before we then get the next move into higher level. The next one is Fetch. Fetch still setting up here. Put the entry level a little bit lower at $1.28 currently, so that's another 2% move here to the upside. You see here we got currently rejected on the daily from that, and that's the exact level why I want this as an entry. Once we are breaking above that and close at least a 4-hourly candle above that level, it's good to enter because the chances are insanely high that we are then on the way to break out of that falling wedge pattern and run immediately into $1.50 here within a matter of a couple of days. And then Phantom bounced off our buy zone at 65 cents, 0.9. We went here a little bit lower when we had that drop, and I was talking about this the other day, when we had here this drop, but it was okay. We turned around. Now we are struggling a little bit to break above the 50 moving average here, but once we are breaking above that, you're gonna see that Phantom will move here also really quickly close to the 80 cent level once again, really quickly. Indicators on 12-hourly chart, we have also still a lot of momentum here. The MACD will print tomorrow a buy signal. The RSI, stochastic RSI, still has a little bit room to go higher, and the RSI also slightly turning around here. And being not even in bullish territory. So here's also still a lot of momentum to go into higher levels. And on the daily chart, it looks similar. So look here, I think in the next 2-3 days, we're getting a buy signal on the MACD. And the RSI is also here, just slightly in bullish territory above 51%. And we should not ignore that we also had here a golden cross on that chart. So 80 cents is here programmed, in my opinion, for potentially even this week. And then HNT is also a coin that I'm start looking at again, because on the 12-hourly chart, the stochastic RSI is about to print a buy signal. Down here, the RSI makes also a small turnaround already, and price is getting supported from $6.64. So I'm definitely looking at to entering this on the next potentially 4-hourly close, because also here we are definitely looking extremely bullish. Look at this here. Stochastic just print a buy signal, RSI somewhat going up, and the MACD just turning around here. So normally when we have an extensive phase here from flipping from red into lighter red, red, lighter red, red, lighter red, the third phase is usually the phase where we come out of it and price expands to the upside into our $8 target. So the first stop will be $7.27, then $7.44, 45, and then it will be $8. So that's what I'm looking out for HNT here over the next coming days. And remember, this coin can also move quite fast. So don't ignore this. Set your alarms here. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tomorrow.